Hello and welcome to Alex Cooks, the #1 cooking show of YouTube. What are we cooking today? Well, we shall be cooking beef and bacon casserole. This is truly a dish for everyone to enjoy, whether it be in the evenings or the mornings or whenever. This is a meaty dish full of protein, ready for eating. Anyway, I think that's all I've got to say right now. I'll show you to the ingredients. Okay, now here we are at the ingredients. The very most important part of the cooking process. We shall be needing 450 grams of minced beef. May have to clean the spoon now. 1 clove of garlic. 450 grams of bacon, cooked and chopped, which we shall be doing. 4 eggs. Half a carton of passata. Half a cup of double cream. 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper. 170 grams of cheddar cheese, grated, which we haven't grated yet, but we shall do in good time. Anyway, that's all I've got to say right now. Let's get into the cooking. So the first thing we are to do is we're going to put this bacon into the oven and let it cook for the next 20 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. I did forget, one of the ingredients is approximately 1 tablespoon of sunflower oil. I'm going to pour this into the pan as we usually do. I think that should do. Just going to like spread it about. There we go.
Heat it up.
And we're going to let it heat up before we start placing our beef onto the oil. Okay, so now we are going to tip this minced beef into the pan, where we shall proceed to cook it until it is nice and brown. There we go, in it goes. Oh, there we go. What a wonderful cascade that is. Now we have to stir it with a wooden spoon to prevent burns and also to make it all up. There we go. Oh, that wonderful sound. Okay, well now the beef has browned, I forgot to mention that you are also to add some crushed the clove of garlic at this stage by crushing it and then adding it into the beef. Now what we will do is that we shall transfer the said beef into our main bowl. Ugh. It feels good when I do stuff like this. It's like when they all meet up in one big bowl, it's like the Avengers or something. Ugh. Anyway, we're going to put you back here. And do note, however, that the bacon is now out of the oven and has been cut into several smaller pieces. Do disregard that construction is going on outside. But anyway, we shall tip this also into the big pan of destiny. I mean, it's not the pan, it's a bowl. I'll set this aside. I'm going to take the good old cooking spoon from here. I'm going to like stir it, integrate the bacon with the beef. You know what I mean? It's just like this bacon's got beef. Oh yeah. If for the older people out there, if you don't know what that sentence means, when someone says that you have got the beef with someone else, it does mean that you have now got a rivalry or a feud. Yes. There you go. A bit of a educational lesson on the wording of today.
Like a tomato sauce.
Anyway, as the voice says, I do have to make the sauce, so I shall see you. Okay, so now I've cracked the 4 large eggs into the mixing bowl, where they shall now be whisked until the yolk and the white have been combined. Okay, so now our eggs have been whisked in. We shall now proceed to add the passata, the double cream, and the salt and pepper. First our passata, and then our double cream. Oh, what a wodge. And then approximately a quarter to half a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper. Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to whisk this all together. This might take some time, the cream, because we actually got extra thick by accident. So what we'll have to do is that we're going to get some strawberries later. A bit of a yum, I guess. Have a bit of a yum. Now that the passata egg mix has been mixed together, I shall now proceed to add the cheese, 120 grams of it. The remaining 50 grams shall be put over the top of the casserole at the end of the cooking process.
Before it goes in the oven.
Right before the end of the cooking process. I can see it's like mixing cheese into an innocent smoothie. You can see I've left some chunks, and that's because some of the parts got too small to grate, but I decided because of improvisation, that we'll have some nice cheesy chunks in there, just as a bit of a cheesy surprise for one of the group people who are going to be eating this. There's a bit of cheese left on the side. That shall be integrated. Now, I believe I've stirred it in as well as I could. That's a bit of cheese, not double cream. I've stirred it in as well as I could, so now I'm going to pour this over the beef and the bacon. There we go. Mmm. Don't that look good?
Chunks.
Yes. Now, there we go. We're gonna get the spoon. We're gonna like scrape in the remainder of this here mixture. There we go. So if I hit the camera, there we go. Well, you can see now that the egg mixture has been poured on top of the beef. Now what we shall do is that we're going to sprinkle the remaining 50 grams of cheese over the top as a nice little topping. There we go. Nice and gentle now. Okay, so now I'm going to put this cheese casserole into the oven where it shall cook for 30 to 35 minutes until it is golden. Okay, now our casserole is out of the oven. You can see just how hot it is in there, because you can see all the bubbles are still going on, and it's been about 40 seconds since the removal of this dish from the oven. So I mean, I said microwave. It's still going. So I'm saying it might be a while before we can do a bit of a taste test.
Dish it up first.
But first we will have to dish it up once it has stopped bubbling like a toxic substance.
What are you going to have with this?
What will I have with this? Well, I shall be serving it up with some potatoes, which are currently on the boil right now, and also some sweet corn, which is currently being microwaved. Okay, so now here we go. It's all been served up. The potatoes with a little bit of butter, sweet corn, been microwaved twice, and of course the main centerpiece, the casserole. Now we're going to cut some of this off here. Actually here we go. Got a bit of bacon, got a bit of cheese, got a bit of the passata and the beef. Let's put this in our mouth. Just make sure it's not too hot. Yes, the bacon complements cheese to perfection, or it should maybe the other way around. The beef, of course, how can you ever possibly hope to beat a material such as beef? And the passata, of course, complements the beef as well. The beef, as the cheese complements the bacon. Truly, it's just a great combination all around, and I would seriously recommend giving this a try. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say for today's episode. If you liked what you've seen today, do be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel, Alex Cooks Food. And also, Follow my social medias such as Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. And I'll see you in the next video.